Hey guys, it's Anticipation coming to you with a commentary. This is a public match search on Fallen. I just want to go through. It's a good gameplay to pick. I made a lot of mistakes, so I did a lot of things right. So I'm going to go through this match. I'm going to point out some of the things I did and why I did them, some of the things I could have done better, what I could have changed about what I did, and stuff like that. So here's the map. Now, I took the bomb. This is a public match. I'm with none of my friends. I'm really just playing this. I just woke up when I went in this match. It was my first match of the day. And I was just looking for a match. You see, I ran on top of that B top right there. I run on top of that building almost every time. You see me throwing that stun grenade, checking to see if there's anyone down in that corner for when I go down. My teammate spots a guy over by B. You can see on the radar, there's a guy right there. I missed some shots, and he almost turned on me. I thought he died, but luckily I had a teammate there to kill him. That just shows you can't have half-ass shots. You need to finish your shots. Now, for a little while here, I just stay on the bomb, looking in all directions. I mean, in a situation like this, you just want to be paying attention to your radar, seeing where your teammates are looking, and look where they're not looking. That's what's key. While I have some time, I just want to say I'm sorry for the quality of the video. I'm recording with my phone. My HD PVR is not working currently. I have a really nice Hapagi HD PVR, but the disc board isn't, it broke before I could use it. So I'm sorry about that. Another thing I'd like to say is my Elite clan, Call of Duty Elite, Dream Big, is currently recruiting. I just made it. I just got Call of Duty Elite. I have a couple of my friends that are going to join. If anyone else wants to join, leave a comment. We can go ahead and run some public matches. I don't pay attention to KD or win-loss ratio. I know a lot of people do, but it doesn't really matter too much to me. Alright, now you see here, second round. We won the first round. I throw 2 stuns right over that building, trying to see if I can get any hit markers and I can get any quick kills. I saw the sniper right there, took him out really easily. Now, my teammate called in a UAV, so I knew where they were, basically. I pressed select. I saw 2 dots in the mini-map, and there's 5 people up. That map didn't make sense, so I knew 3 of them had to be using Assassin. In game battles or competitive gaming, whatever you want to call it, you don't have to worry about things like this. There's 1. And then I see 2 there. I don't know, somehow I managed to get both the kills there. It was pretty nice. I pulled out my FMG9 akimbos for going around the corner just in case he was camping a corner. And then I see my teammate getting knifed. I see that he died over B, so I'm assuming that it's safe to plant A. And then I don't know if you guys saw him. You can pause the video, go back. But I saw him over by the BA connector. And I saw him go back toward B again, so I decided to plant A. Now, you notice where I plant it. I usually don't plant it there, but I was giving it a new shot, and I noticed that it's an easy nade spot, so I can sit pretty much anywhere, and if I have to grenade the bomb site, if I hear him pick it up, I can grenade it. I picked this spot. Really, you can use almost any spot when you're defending a bomb, but you have to try to use a spot where you're more likely to see your enemy before they sees you. That's the key concept for defending a bomb in Search and Destroy. I hear some footsteps over to the left of me, so I go all the way around knowing that he's not going to come up while I'm going through here. And I see my teammates also AFK in the spawn. He didn't pick up the bomb at all. I threw a nade just in case he did it silently somehow, and I see him jump out the window, get the easy kill. And another good round. Yeah, so really haven't made too many mistakes other than those missed shots I had and stopped firing. I know later on here I do make a couple mistakes I can correct, but really the entire reason I'm doing this is to just improve the way you guys think about how you're playing an SnD match. Maybe get more into a competitive mindset so we can expand the community. I had a UAV, a Predator missile, and my attack chopper. I called in my UAV and Cobra that round because I didn't want to use my Pred missile. That's a big disadvantage on offense to have that time that you could have been running, you could have been killing people, and you didn't. Now, I see on my mini-map there's a guy coming around the corner, so I just wait for him. And then I get shot in the back by a guy in the window. And this is when I figure out that half my team's AFK in the spawn. Hopefully they die quick. They do, I remember, but it's a pain in the ass when you're in a public search and destroy match and your entire team is just doing nothing. It's really not helpful at all. I wouldn't really say that was a mistake on my part sitting there, because in a normal match, you're not going to get flanked like that unless your teammates died. I saw I had all my teammates still up, so I assumed, hell, I'll be fine sitting there waiting for the guy to come around the corner. But, you know, in situations like this, you're going to run into them. You just got to hope for the best next round. So now it's 2-1. This isn't like a 4-0 win or anything. I didn't post the best gameplay I possibly could. Like I said, this is right when I woke up. I just hopped on. I played this. You can see, I checked to see how many of my teammates aren't playing, and another 3 of them aren't. I call in my Pred missile, hoping to get a couple easy kills. I see like 4 people running together, and I only hit on 1. That shows you I'm not too experienced with kill streaks. And then I noticed a building they ran into, so I decided to fuck, I'll go in with them, try to pick off as many kills as I can. I saw 2 go in the building, 1 ran out there, and then I figured the other one was going to be upstairs. And he was right there. You saw see me get the kill, but I was not ready for that 3rd guy. You know, I wasn't anticipating him. When I launched the Predator missile, I only saw 1 guy or 2 guys in the building, and one of them ran out, one of them up there. So to my logic, there was no possible way there'd be a 3rd guy in the building, but there was, and you know, it's the kind of consequences you got to pay. I'm really not going to edit this video out too much. I'm going to try to keep it as natural as I can. I think I'm going to use the fast forward feature of Theater right now to speed this up a little bit. This guy is camping bomb down. He did it really good for a bit. You can watch him. He waits for the guy to come up the staircase, which is really smart move. That's exactly what I would do, but now this is where he messes up a little bit. He just stays in that window, assuming he's going to come through the doorway, and the guy comes up behind him, and he gets killed. That's what you got. You cannot leave your back vulnerable like that. You'll die every time. Almost every time you'll end up dead like that. You know, now it's tied 2-2. We're in a worse situation than we were. It's going to be a little bit harder to get the win. You know, notice right here on defense, I throw the flash and get a double hit, and I get 2 assists for this, as you see. And I see a 3rd guy up there, so I chase him. But the reason I threw that flash over the building was more just to get the hit marker, so they know, or my teammates that are running there, they can also get the kills. You know, like, that's the kind of thing you got to be careful with that kind of thing. If you're going to rush somewhere, you want to have the biggest advantage you possibly can. So throwing flashes, stuns, whatever you can, grenades, over a building where you assume your enemies will be, it's always a smart idea. Now here I camp it out. I saw the bomb was down. The sniper I killed up in this building, I saw he dropped the bomb, so I camp out where the bomb was. I'm trying to think of a good spot, really. There's not really too good of a good spot in this building to camp it out, because there's 2 doorways. You really can't watch them both at the same time, but I try my best. I am going to fast forward it a little bit here to where the action comes on. I end up deciding to go right in this spot because flashes and stuns can't hit me from that doorway. I have decent enough views on both doorways, and I assume they're going to come from the bomb. Now I start hearing them. I hear him coming up that right side, and just wait. He throws a stun, which is it makes it very obvious he's coming. I get the other guy that was also coming with him. Now there's only 1 guy left. You know, my teammate picks him off right there, so good kill by him. Really not too much surprise there. That's about what you'd expect. When you're going to pick up a bomb, you want to try to scope out the building as much as you can, because you saw them just rush in there. He threw 1 stun. He assumed no one was in there. He rushed in there. That was very stupid, very bad move on his part. You'll get yourself killed almost every time if they know bomb's down, especially in competitive. You know, this is a pub match, so it's not too big on it. I throw a double flash. I get him double flashed. I see the guy to the left of me. My teammate picks him up. I pick up an assist. Get a kill there on the guy sitting there. I almost kill that guy, and then I see a 3rd guy. Pick off the kill on him, and the nade and the bullet combination kills me there. And at this point, my team wins the game for me, so I'll just fast forward it. There's really no need to keep watching it. But if you like this commentary, you know, comment, like, subscribe even. I mean, I'm going to come out with a lot more, you know. Give me some feedback in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys think, whether you liked it or not. Well, thank you very much for watching. This is Anticipation, and I'm out.